Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's one that's been quite requested over on my Instagram. I actually asked people yesterday what kind of videos they wanted to see, and quite a lot of people said they wanted to see how to start a YouTube channel. I've had quite a few messages over the past couple weeks of people saying that they want to start YouTube but don't know how. So I thought, why not maybe explain some tips that I found that I use myself and that I've seen other people use to maybe help start up that YouTube channel, and just some tips and tricks really on everything about it. I am in no way saying that I am a pro at this and I know what I'm doing half the time, because I actually don't. And I'm also fully aware that I do not have that many subscribers, but this isn't about the subscriber count or anything like that. This is literally just how to start off maybe your first couple videos, what equipment to use and stuff like that for everybody that is wanting to start a channel. This is a perfect time to start your YouTube channel. Mainly people like try and stay away from it just because of what people will say about them and stuff like that. They're very cautious of what maybe bullying, for instance, at school. So this probably is the best time to just do it. You may get a couple messages from people. I personally didn't get any hate from anybody, so I think it's just you pot luck really. I think you just go for it, and then maybe you won't have to deal with anybody maybe might taking the mick at school. So I've been rambling on for so long now, so let's actually get into tip number one. Okay, so the first and most important tip out of all of them that there could be is be yourself. People that from school and stuff will know what you're like, so don't put on anything fake. Don't do it just to please people. Don't try and be like other people. You can just being yourself is just what will work best further down the line. It's people want to see your true self, and I think if you have to portray as somebody else, then I don't really think doing YouTube is really the thing. This is more for just being yourself and putting yourself out there and showing what you're good at. You can obviously get ideas off of YouTube channels, other people's, but don't go copying word for word and like thumbnails and all this kind of stuff. Just kind of be unique and be different, and people I'm sure will love you for that. Tip number two. I have all my tips on my phone, by the way, so if you keep seeing me look down, it's because I've got them on my phone. Right, so tip number two is a plan ahead. So when it comes to videos and stuff, normally planning the videos you're going to film ahead of time just makes everything a bit easier, because it might come to the day and you don't know what you want to film, and maybe that's your upload day. So what I do is I schedule all my videos for the whole month, and then I get a whole load of new ideas. I normally look on YouTube and I just type in ideas, or like maybe look at popular videos at the moment, and I just fit them into my schedule. Try not to post too much, just because you might run out of ideas, or it might exhaust you, and then you might have a really long period where you don't post for a while. I haven't posted in over a week just because I've been having a bit of a down day, so well, not a down day, a down week, so I've just trying to been staying away from it and just kind of refreshing my thoughts and starting new and just having a load of ideas. So planning ahead, getting a little agenda or like a little, I don't know, just a little notebook even, and just write out the video ideas and the dates, and you'll be set. Tip number three is try and be consistent. So don't post one video say in January and then don't post again till like March or April. People want to be seeing at least one video a day from you in order to gain subscribers and stuff. I normally upload about twice a week if I can. If not, once a week will be fine, but consistency is key. The more you upload, the more you'll get noticed and the more subscribers you'll eventually get. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to upload as much as I can. Tip number four is try and be unique when it comes to video ideas. So maybe try and think outside of the box for videos that people may have not done already. Normally when you think of like your own idea, it normally starts a trend and loads of YouTubers will start to then use it. So normally that's how you can gain quite a few subscribers, or even your view count just rocketing high if you start a new trend. So any type of challenge videos normally do really well. I know Anastasia Kingsnorth, she does so many challenge videos and she does some really good ones, so that is a good place to get inspiration for anybody wanting to do challenge videos. You could literally do clothing hauls, bedroom like tours, anything that's like viral at the moment. Maybe try and put a little twist on it and make it your own, because that is what people really like to see. I apologise, I normally talk with my hands quite a lot, so they're just like flapping all over the place, and I don't mean to. I'm trying to like keep them here. I'm so aware that I'm doing it, but I just can't help it. tip number 6 is get used to the fact that you eventually will probably get people hating on your videos, dislikes on your videos, or even some videos doing less than others. It can be so disheartening when you've put so much time into one video and it doesn't do as well as the others. But I think it's just the way it is. You're going to have some videos that do better than others. You're going to get some dislikes on videos. You're going to get people that probably talk behind your back and stuff, but that is one thing. I know it's so hard, but you need to try and ignore. I was so nervous to post my first video because I know a lot of people at my school that probably if I did it at school would have taken the mick out of me. But now it's got to the point where I don't really care, and as soon as I like posted my first video, I felt so good and I just didn't care what anyone thought, and I just wanted to keep posting. So all I'm gonna say really about the whole people taking the mick is just ignore them and just go for it. Post your first video, do it for you, not for other people, and just don't worry about what other people will say, because eventually down the line you'll be doing so well and they'll probably be doing really bad because all they do is be horrible and put people down. So tip number 7 is stuff to do with like camera equipment, lighting and stuff. When I first started my channel, I actually had a YouTube channel when I was in like year 6, year 7. Luckily I deleted it, thank God for that, it was awful. I actually used the back of my iPod and it worked fine, but now I have the Canon G7X camera, which is when I started using my doing my YouTube channel properly. But I actually got gifted this as a Christmas present, but you do not need any fancy camera. You could literally use the back of your iPhone. That quality is actually really good. You could also just invest in like a cheap little camera, not cheap, but like one with a little flip up at the top so you can see what you're doing. You could use the back of an iPad, so you don't really need a fancy camera to start off with. I really don't think you need to invest like £500 in a camera unless you know for certain that you're going to do this properly and it's not just a spur of the moment, I want to start YouTube and then forget about it, because that is a lot of money to waste on a camera. Another thing is lighting. I just use natural lighting from obviously outside, but you can invest in stuff like ring lights. You can get some cheap ones on Amazon, but I just work with natural lighting. I think it looks much better in videos, but eventually I am going to invest in some light boxes, but not until I need them really. So if you want to invest in a ring light, go ahead, maybe ask for it as a Christmas present or a birthday present, or if you have enough money, go get one, but you don't really need any fancy lighting. And then in moving on to like editing stuff, I actually edit on my iPad, believe it or not. It's so much harder than it, well actually it's not hard, but I like adding a lot of edits into mine, so it does take quite a while, but I actually use iMovie. It's free, so easy to use. So you don't need an Apple Mac, you don't need to buy, what's it called? Final Cut Pro, you don't need to buy that. Unless obviously you really want to get into editing and you're like, have a bigger subscriber count, it can come in handy. Eventually I will probably end up getting it, but you can't get it on anything other than an Apple Mac. You can also get, I think it's called Filmora, I'll link it just like in the description, or I'll put it on the screen. That is actually quite a good one, and you can get some other ones on Windows laptops, but my for some reason didn't work on my Acer laptop, so I actually just ended up using my iPad. I just upload all of my footage through my camera onto my iPad and I just edit it that way, and it's really easy. You don't need all this fancy software for editing. You can get apps on your iPhone like Pocket Video. I can't remember, there's some other ones that I've used before, but there's so many you can use. You really do not need to invest in like £100 editing software. You can also get iPhone tripods. They have them on Amazon for really cheap. So if you are going to be using that, just use the back of your camera and get a little tripod and you're set to go, or just make your own one. I have a really big tripod sat in front of me, but that's only because my granddad had it spare and he just gave it to me. I've had it for years. But you literally could, tripods aren't too expensive, you can get some cheap ones online, but iPhone ones are quite good, especially if you like film TikToks or you like doing Instagram lives or just timers on your iPhone. They're really good, so I would definitely say invest in one of those or just make your own. Number 8 is to post on your socials. So I would recommend getting Instagram and possibly Twitter, just because you can let people know when you're going to be uploading and videos coming up. You can also put polls on there for videos. You can ask people what videos they want to see, and normally that's a really good way to interact with your followers. I post as much as I can on my Instagram story just to try and get as much stuff as I can for YouTube. Also posting normally on your Instagram quite consistent can obviously get people to view your page, and then click on your YouTube channel if it's in your bio. That is another thing I recommend, is putting your YouTube channel in your bio. I know obviously for some of you that don't want some of your friends to find out, that's totally okay, you don't have to do that, but I like to put it in there just so if anybody clicks on my Instagram they might see it and then they can watch my videos. So that is another tip, is to post on your socials. Tip number 9 is don't be boring. So try and show as much of your character as you can. Try and obviously be happy. Don't put on a fake smile. If you're really not feel like filming, don't film. Just do it when you are happy with yourself and you're in a good mood. Want to be energetic and fun in videos, because this really attracts people to wanting to subscribe because of the character you are yourself. If you're really like quiet when you talk and you're really boring, people really aren't going to want to subscribe. So try and be as lively as you can, but not too loud, because sometimes people can find that annoying. Tip number 10 is thumbnails. So when you obviously post to YouTube, sometimes they will pick a thumbnail for you, or you can create your own. I create my own on Pixar on my iPad. When I'm filming, I just quickly get like a picture, just try and stand still, well, sit still and pose, and then I will upload that video onto my iPad, and then I'll cut down the video or just screenshot that part of the video and then edit that. I also use Fonto to add fonts to my thumbnails, but you want your thumbnails to look fun and exciting, and I wouldn't say so much you want to do clickbait, because normally that can be quite annoying, but even just like a little clickbait would be quite funny. Anything that really shows what your video is will literally gain so many people wanting to click on it. You want it to look fun, funny, just anything that looks interesting. Don't make it look boring, don't make it look dull. Normally if you don't bother putting a thumbnail, it doesn't do too well. So thumbnails I definitely think are a must when you are uploading. Finally, tip number 11 is be patient. Patience is key on YouTube. There is so many people in this industry that are trying to get high up, are trying to get views, subscribers. So many people are wanting to do this as a career now, and you're not going to gain subscribers overnight. You're not going to gain all these likes and stuff like that overnight. It really does take time. As long as you're being consistent and just posting as much as you can, as good content as you can, then eventually you will get somewhere. I have been posting for like 4 months now, I think, and I'm only on 77 subscribers. But for me, I'm happy with that. I don't do it for the sake of subscribers. I do it because I love filming and I love editing, and I always have. So make sure you're not in this for the wrong reasons. Please don't be in it to make money, to become famous, all this stuff. Do it because you want to do it and because you find it fun, because I feel like there is some people in this industry that are in it for so many of the wrong reasons, and I think that's why this like whole YouTube thing can be quite downing sometimes. So definitely only do it for the right reasons. Patience is key, and it is so very true. Okay, so that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's definitely not a video I would normally film, but it was requested so much that I just wanted to help out some of you that are really interested in starting your own YouTube channel. So if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or DM me. I am more than happy to help out with anybody that is struggling with anything. I have actually helped somebody out so far that came to me for like a couple little things. So don't worry, just feel free to message me and I'm more than happy to help. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye!